Welcome. My name's Andrea, and welcome to this beginner yoga class lasting about 45 to 55 minutes usually. So if you're just joining in, feel free to say hi in the chat. Hola, Ihab. Hi, Ihab. Early bird, huh? Looking at the camera angle, if I need to change it or what. I feel like I could. I think I'll be okay. What do you think? Thumbs up with the camera angle. Uh, I'll say hi in the chat. Welcome. We'll get started at the top of the hour. So another 5 minutes to hang out, drink some water, coffee, tea. I got a thumbs up. And the class is recorded, so you can always come back and do it again throughout the week. Let's see if I have any silly jokes or little riddles to before we get started. Like I said, if you're just joining in, we'll start at the top of the hour. It's another few minutes, and I'll go what to expect for today's class. You can feel free to say hi in the chat. I'm seeing if I have like a little riddle for the morning. Oh, I have one. Okay. Hola, marhaba. Okay. All right, here's a little riddle before we get started. So, what can't talk but will reply when spoken to? So, what can't talk but will reply when spoken to? A little riddle. I'm trying to see if I can give you a hint. Think of a call and respond type of situation. I don't think that's going to help you very much. But yes, you can think of a call and response. You can do this with yourself, so you don't need somebody else to do this. Not sure what other tips to give you. So you ready? So the answer is an echo. So what can't talk but will reply when spoken to? An echo. Echo. I'm drinking some tea before we get started. So, as if you're just joining in, we're just hanging out till the top of the hour and we get started. Just let other people join in. You can get settled. Let's see what to expect for today's class. So we'll get started seated on the mat. We'll do some gentle warm ups, get our bodies warmed up, get ready to move a little bit more. And then for the more active part of the class, I thought we would play with a little bit of a balance pose. Uh, Yeah, if you're familiar, I won't tell you. We'll get there, but a little bit more balance pose can help you work on your concentration, your focus, and even just your physical balance. So they're great little ways to have fun with while doing yoga. I find it's these little balance poses. So it'll be more of a standing balance pose on your legs. So it's when you say balance pose, it can mean all sorts of things. It can also mean balancing in your hands, but we're not doing that today. We're more going to be doing that on our legs. And then at the end, we'll wind it down after that, kind of start to slow it down, and hold stretches for a little bit longer, and make our way to laying down on the mat and nice and relaxed with a little bit of guided meditation. So stay till the end. You'll get to move your body, get a little bit stronger, work in your focus and concentration, And then at the end, you'll get to leave class nice and relaxed, hopefully a little bit more relaxed and ready for whatever you're facing today. So, welcome. My name's Andrea. And with that, why don't we hop back at the mat and get started? So, find a comfortable seat on the mat. Take a moment to notice or just sense your body resting on the floor. You can feel those parts of your legs touching the ground, feeling those parts of your left leg. So your left foot, those parts around your ankle, the lower left leg, and up around the thigh, even up to that left hip and glutes. So noticing all that left side that's making contact with the floor. And then noticing those parts on your right side that are making contact with the ground. Your right foot, parts of your lower right leg, right thigh, all the way around the right hip and glutes. So noticing all of that right side that's making contact with the floor. And noticing both sides and how they touch the ground. Both feet, both lower legs, the upper legs, around the hips and the glutes. So noticing how your body's touching the ground and making contact with the floor. And now bring your attention to your breath and your breathing. And noticing the physical sensations that come with the breath. Maybe noticing how your rib cage expands as you inhale and softening as you exhale. And you can begin to roll out those shoulders. Maybe roll out your wrists or just gently move your head, your neck. We'll start to get moving next. Hi, Lily. So let's go over our movement directions. So this side is the plant side. This side is the door side. We have towards the screen and towards the back wall, up towards the ceiling and down towards the ground. So let's start by extending those arms all the way up to the ceiling and back down. I'll warm up that torso. So relax your arms by your side. Inhale, reach those arms up, and exhale, lower back down. 2 more. Inhale, reach those arms up. Exhale, lower. Do 1 more. Inhale, reach those arms up, and exhale, lower. This next one, we're going to lean towards the door side. So you can place a hand on the ground, relax the other one. Inhale, reach that hand up, and exhale, pretend you can touch the door. Now let's lower that top arm. So we're going to move that top arm down and up. Inhale, lower that top arm down, and exhale, reach up and over. Inhale, lower that top arm down. Exhale, reach up and over. Last one. Inhale, lower that top arm down. And exhale, reach up and over. Soften the shoulders, the head, and the neck. Let's do the same thing on the plant side. Inhale back through center. Exhale, lean towards the plant. Soften those shoulders, even softening along the side of the torso. Now let's move that top arm down and up. Inhale, Lower that top arm down and exhale up and over. Inhale, lower that top arm down. Exhale up and over. Last one. Inhale, arm down. Exhale. Pretend you can reach and touch that plant. Soften the shoulders, the neck, the head. Keep the breath nice and easy. Let's go back to center. Shake out those shoulders. Let's do a little twist next. We're going to twist towards the plant side. So begin facing forward. Inhale. Then exhale. Rotate the torso. You can place your hands on the ground or your thigh and you can think of pressing down with the hands while you turn the chest towards the plant. So focus more on the chest area. It's not so much about turning the head and the neck. In fact, see if you can soften the shoulders, even softening the face and muscles in the face. Relax the legs. Let's go over to the door side. So inhale, face forward. And then exhale, rotate towards the door. Again, think of pressing down with the hands to help you rotate through the torso. So not so much about turning the neck and the head. And then softening the shoulders, back of the neck, and the face. I'll come to face forward. I'll do one more. Let's see. Let's do a little joke first. So what has many keys but can't open a single door or a single lock? A piano. So there you go. I'll have more for you later. So let's stretch out those arms. You can even stretch them out behind you. Open up through the chest. Inhale and exhale. Bring those arms forward. Grab onto the elbows, lowering the head and the neck. Kind of rounding the spine here. So it's getting a nice stretch for that upper back. Inhale, open up the arms. Exhale, cross the arms forward. Grab onto the elbows. Soften the shoulders. Soften the neck and the head. One more. Inhale, open up the arms. Exhale, cross the arms. See if you can switch which one you have on top. And exhale, softening that upper back, the neck, and the head. If you like, you can even turn your chin to look over one shoulder and the other. Warming up that neck and shoulder area. Come to sit up, shake it up. We're going to start to be more active. So let's come to all fours, that quadruped position. Begin to kind of move or shift your weight from hand to hand. Kind of warming up through the hands and the wrist. Place your weight on your left hand and pick up that heel of the right palm, kind of flexing through the fingers. Let's switch sides. Place your weight on your right hand, lift the palm, flexing through the fingers. Now let's warm up the legs. You can extend that right leg behind you. You can move that right ankle around. Press that heel back towards the door. And warming up through that right foot and that right leg. Now to the other side. Let's extend the left foot back. You press the the toes on the mat. Press the heel back. Or move that left heel around. Now come back to all fours. We're going to do kind of a side plank variation, but you can keep both hands on the floor. So extend the right leg back and now spin that lower leg so then the hips are facing the screen. Kind of stretching out through that side. And for the other side, so place both feet on the ground, extend one leg back towards the door, and then spin the heel and that lower leg towards the back wall. And stretching out through the side. And then come back to all fours. We're going to do some spine movements and then move to downward facing dog. So begin to look forward towards a plant. Inhale. Then exhale. Press through the hands and press your back up towards the ceiling. Relaxing your head and the neck. Inhale. Look towards a plant. Exhale. Press through the hands. Press your back up towards the ceiling. One more. Inhale, looking towards the plant. Then tuck the toes. Exhale, press through the toes. Lift the hips up and back to downward facing dog. And take a moment to stretch the legs here. You can bend one knee and the other. Now place your weight on your right foot and bend that left knee, stretching that right calf. You can pick up that left foot if you like and place those toes behind the right heel. Now let's check in with the hips. They tend to creep forward here. See if you can press them back towards the door. Now to switch sides, place both feet on the mat. Place your weight on your left foot, bending the right knee. You can pick up the right foot if you like. Give that left heel a little bit of weight. And then check in with the hips. Maybe press them back a little bit towards the door. And soften that upper back. So maybe if you feel a tightening in your shoulders or your neck, you can soften the face and the neck. Now place both feet on the floor and walk your hands back towards your feet, towards the door for a forward fold position. So soften through the legs, really soften that upper body. Maybe even grabbing onto the elbows. And you can gently sway side to side. Now let's start to warm up the legs a bit more. So you can relax your hands. We're going to press the feet onto the floor and extend the spine forward towards the plant and back down. So notice that left foot on the mat. Notice that right foot on the mat. So noticing both feet and begin to press the feet onto the floor, gauging through the legs. Bring your hands to your thighs. Inhale, extending the spine forward. And exhale, back down. Two more. Press through the feet. Inhale, extend the spine forward. And exhale down. Last one. Inhale, lift the back. And exhale, lower. Relax the arms. Maybe stretch anything else out that you like here. And then walk the hands forward back to downward facing dog. You can shake out those shoulders, shake out those hips. And then begin to place your weight on that left foot and bend the right knee. Pick up the right foot and bring it forward towards the plant. And soften the back knee on the mat. Soften the top of that back foot. And just spend a moment here. Let's go into lizard pose actually. So you can walk that right foot towards the screen, towards the outside of the mat. Bring both hands to the inside. And you can either stay here upright more on your hands, so you can place your forearms on the mat, whatever feels best. And just take a moment to kind of stretch here. Softening the upper back. Softening the face. Even softening through that hip flexor. And now walk that foot back more towards the middle. I'm going to tuck the back toes onto the mat. So we're going to lift that back knee off the ground. So as you begin to lift, you might notice you might have to adjust your stance. So feel that right foot on the mat. Feel those toes, those left toes on the floor. See if you can lift the hips a little bit while still bending that front knee. Let's check in with the neck and the head here. We don't need, you can keep your gaze towards the floor. So you can practice your balance here by picking up your hands off the mat. Inhale, exhale. And now lower that back knee onto the ground. You can relax that back foot. We're going to do a twist towards the screen. So you can keep a left hand on the mat and bring your right hand onto your thigh and begin to turn that upper body towards the screen. Maybe you'll feel the stretch in your hip flexor or your leg. And then place both hands on the mat. We'll come back to all fours. Shake out the legs. Oh, sit up for a moment. Shake out the hands. And you rub the hands together. Let's see, I'll have another joke for you today. So two scientists are chit-chatting. So one says to the other, I'm reading a book on anti-gravity. Really? How is it? I can't put it down. So there you go. A little joke for you today. So let's go back to all fours. We're going to do that same sequence on the other side. We're going to come to downward facing dog first. So tuck the back toes onto the mat. Begin to look forward towards the plant. Inhale. And then exhale. Press through the hands and press through those toes to lift the hips up and back. You can soften the upper back. So soften through the tops of the shoulders, the neck, the head. And then begin to place your weight on your right foot, bending that left knee. Pick up that left foot, bring it forward towards the plant. And now relax that back leg and back foot. Maybe walk that foot back and spend a few moments here in this lunge. And as you're ready, we'll do lizard pose on this side. So walking that left foot towards the back wall. And again, you can stay on your hands or put a form on the mat. I'm just taking a few moments to stretch. And softening that left shoulder and right shoulder. Softening the back of the neck and the back of the head. That left side of the head and that right side of the head. And now we're going to walk that foot back to the center a little bit and begin to tuck the back toes onto the mat. And whenever you're ready, begin to lift that back knee off the ground. Just as you need to. And again, see if you can lift the hips up a little bit higher, still bending through that front leg. And now begin to test your balance here by picking up your hands. Keep your gaze on the floor. Keep pressing through both feet. So you want to feel nice and stable here. Keep bending that front knee. A lot of things to keep track of, huh? Keep those hips lifted. Inhale and exhale. Soften that back leg. Relax the back foot. Do the twist towards the back wall. So bring that right hand to the inside or on the floor. That left hand onto the left thigh. You can press down with that left hand, so that top hand, to turn the torso towards the back wall. You can soften through the hips, soften along the back, so softening that right side of the back, and softening that left side of the back, softening the whole back from the hips all the way to your neck and your shoulders. Inhale and exhale. Come back to center. You can shake out the legs here. Sit up for a moment. Shake out the hands. Take a moment to look around. And roll out those shoulders. We're going to stretch out and work the hip area next. So we're going to come back to all fours. So let's all do that now. And then begin to do that side plank towards the screen. So turn the one knee towards the screen, extend the other one towards the door so the hips are facing the screen. So make sure you take a moment to adjust that bottom hand so you can feel like you can put some weight there. Bring that top hand to your waist and then soften through the shoulders. And we're going to pick up that back foot off the mat. So begin to place weight on that bent knee and that hand so you can lift that back foot off the ground. If you need to make adjustments, go ahead and can keep trying again. Lifting that foot up and down. If you want, you can reach that top arm up. Let's try it another time. Lift. Let's see if we can hold it for 3, 2, 1. And then lower back down. Let's come back to all fours. You can shake out the legs and the shoulders. We'll do the other side. So then spin that lower knee and leg so the hips are facing the back wall. Extend that leg towards the door. You can bring that top hand by your waist. Again, adjust that bottom hand so you can put weight on that bent knee and that bottom hand. Soften the shoulders. And as you're ready, begin to lift that back foot off the mat. Just try it. You can always bring it back down and readjust. Lift it back up when you feel ready. And now for this last one, let's see if we can count it out for 3, 2, 1. Back to all fours. Shake it out. Come to sit out. Sit up. You can massage your hands. So I have one more joke for you today. So did you know my brother has been riding his bicycle since he was 4? Whoa. He must be quite far by now. So it's a little joke for you. So now we're going to do a more active movements. We're going to try some of that balancing on our legs instead of being down low to the ground. We're going to come to downward facing dog and then warrior 2. So let's start by coming to all fours. Tuck those back toes onto the mat and begin to look forward towards the plant. Inhale and then exhale. Press through the feet. Lift the hips up and back for downward facing dog. Soften that upper back. So softening that left shoulder and the right shoulder. And begin to place your weight on your right foot, bending that left knee. Pick up that left foot and bring it forward towards the plant. And now spin that back foot so that we have that back, the hips facing more the screen, towards the screen. Now begin to come up to warrior 2. So for warrior 2, we have the hips face to the side. So just take a moment to get set up. Take note of your front knee here. We're going to keep bending the front knee. And then as a little experiment, that knee tends to creep towards the inside. See if you can press through the feet, engage the glutes, and maybe get that knee to track a little bit more over towards the plant, so more straight, if you can. Now bring your hands back to your waist. You can open up your hips towards the screen. Keep bending that front knee. Extend the arms out, softening the shoulders. And now we're going to let's extend and bend this front knee. We'll warm up a little bit more. So inhale, extend that front knee up. And exhale, bend. Inhale, press through that front foot to extend that knee up. Exhale, bend. One more. Inhale, extend that front knee up. Exhale, bend. Now we're going to begin to lean forward, placing more weight on that front foot. Walk that back foot in a little bit. And now here's if you have blocks or some props, you can use those for sure. So you can try it. So now we're going to do that side plank variation we did, but on a standing leg instead. So it's called half moon. So keep walking that back foot in. Keep placing weight on that front leg. That's going to be your standing leg. Use that bottom hand to help you balance. And then whenever you can't pick up that back leg, so you're still trying to face towards the screen. So as you get more stable, you can kind of extend the pose out a little bit more. You can even extend that bottom arm up towards the ceiling. You can even pick up that bottom hand and balance. So if you want to take a break, just lower that back leg down. Let's see if we can stay balanced. Maybe we'll count this out for 3, 2, 1. Lower that back foot. Let's come back to warrior 2. So walk that back foot out. Keep the hips still facing the screen. Extend the arms. Relax the shoulders. Keep bending through that front leg. Inhale. And then exhale. We'll bring both hands to the floor. Relax the back leg. Give your legs a little shake. We'll come back to downward facing dog and do the other side. Actually, I'm going to turn towards the door so then I get to see you when we try it. So tuck the back toes into the mat. And look forward, inhale, and then as you exhale, lift the hips up and back. So back to down dog. Soften the shoulders. Soften the right side of the head and the neck. And softening that left side of the head and the neck. Now place your weight on your left foot or the other one. Bend the right knee. Then pick up that right foot, whatever foot it is, bring it forward between the hands. Now spin the back heel so the hips are facing more towards the screen. So as you're ready, press through the feet to come on up to standing. Now let's do that check-in here. Let's start with the feet. So feel both feet on the floor. See if you can distribute your weight through both legs. So you're not relying on one leg more than the other. You might need to walk or readjust your feet. And bring the attention to the front knee. Keep bending the front knee. And then notice if it kind of creeps into the middle. See if you press it out a little bit more open to the side. Now bring your attention to your hips. We still want those hips to face forward. Keep bending that front knee. Now let's extend the arms out, softening those shoulders. Keep gaze through your fingertips. Now we're going to straighten that front leg up and down. So we're going to press through that bottom foot to do that. So inhale, extend that knee. Exhale, bend. 2 more. Inhale, press through that front foot, extend the leg. Exhale, bend. 1 more. Inhale, press through that bottom foot, up. And exhale, bend. Soften the shoulders. Now for that balance pose, let's begin to put more weight on the front leg. Walk that back foot in. Start to reach with that bottom hand. And again, see if you can face the hips towards the screen or the front. And then as you're ready, begin to lift that back foot. Keep rotating the hips open to the side, so to the screen. Soften the shoulders. Use that bottom hand to help you balance. Again, you can always take a break and come back down. can try lifting up that top hand. So again, this is called half moon. So keep feeling that bottom foot on the mat. See if you can balance a little bit more. Let's see. Let's see if we can count it out. So as you're ready, we'll count this out for 3, 2, 1. And now place that back foot on the mat. Come back to warrior 2. Bend to that front leg. Soften the shoulders. Keep breathing. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale. And exhale. Soften the hands on the mat. Bend the legs. Maybe shake out the legs. Sit up for a moment. We're going to come to lay on our bellies and kind of stretch through the back chain there. So rest your belly on the mat. Maybe I'll take a little break. Why not? Bring your hands in front of you. Relax your head on your hands. And just take a moment to shift your hips back and forth. Kind of loosen that lower back area. Keep the legs soft. And now you can bring your forehead to the mat and extend the arms slightly forward. And bend the elbows and rest your forearms on the mat, lifting the torso up for Sphinx pose. So you can keep your gaze more towards the ground, or you can bring your gaze up if you like. Let's check in with the hips and the lower back. See if you can keep those hips soft. And soften the shoulders. You can imagine keeping some space between the ear and the shoulder. So keeping space between the right ear and the right shoulder, and the left ear and the left shoulder. Keeping the back of the neck nice and long. And now relax through the arms. Take another little mini break. You can relax your head on your hands. You can shake out that lower back. We'll do that Sphinx pose one more time. So as you're ready, you can place the forearms on the mat. Lift the torso up. Again, see if you can maintain that space between the shoulder and the ear. Even softening through the back of the head, all the way to the top of the head, and even the face. Soften the forehead, the left cheek, and the right cheek, all the way to your chin. And now turn the chin over towards one shoulder, still keeping both shoulders soft. Keep that lower back relaxed. And then you can lower your chin down towards the ground and make your way over to gaze towards the other shoulder. Keep that distance between your shoulders and your ears. And then come to face forward. And we'll soften the back of the body back on the mat. Take a little break. And soften the top of the shoulders. Now let's stretch out the quads here. So you can extend one arm forward and then reach back towards the foot with the other arm. Bend that same side knee, grab onto the leg, and begin to stretch the quad. You can play with the angle of the knee if it feels uncomfortable to see if you can find an angle or position for that leg where you can maybe get a nice stretch. And to turn this into an active stretch, you can press that foot into your hand, even engaging the glutes. And every now just soften through the leg. Softening the top of the shoulders. That right shoulder and left shoulder. Softening to the right upper back and the left upper back. Softening the whole upper back. Keep stretching that leg. We'll change sides here shortly. Check in with your breath and your breathing. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Now begin to let go of that foot. Relax the legs. You can bend the elbows. Take a little break. You can shake out the lower back or just rest on the mat. Now turn your head to face the other direction, extending one arm forward and then swing that other arm back. Bend the knee. Grab onto that foot or that leg somewhere. Begin to stretch the other quad. You can alternate between making this an active stretch by pressing that foot into your hand, kind of engaging through the leg and the glute. So softening and re-engaging if you'd like. And then softening the face. So softening that left side of the forehead and the right side of the forehead. Softening all around that left eye and all around that right eye. Softening through that left cheek and the right cheek. Softening all around that left side of the face and all around the right side of the face. Softening the whole face from the forehead to the nose, all the way to your chin. Keeping that breath nice and easy. And as you're ready, begin to let go of the leg. Relax your body on the mat. Take a little break. We'll do one more here on our bellies. We're going to put that together into boat pose. So relax your forehead on the mat. And now this time, swing both arms back. Bend both knees, grabbing onto both feet or both legs. And then as you're ready, begin to press your feet into your hands, lifting the torso, maybe even parts of the thighs off the mat. So keep pressing the feet into your hands. You can keep your gaze towards the floor. Soften through the shoulders. So still keeping that distance between the left shoulder and the left ear and the right shoulder and the right ear. Let's take a little break. We'll do it one more time. So relax your body on the mat. I like to do this one more time. And press your feet into your hands. Begin to lift through the upper body. Keep your gaze towards the ground or slightly in front of you. Keeping the back of the neck nice and long. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale. And exhale, lower. You can let go of the legs. Shake out that lower back. We're going to turn to lay on our backs. So you can extend that bottom arm up and roll onto your back, feeling the length of your back, the top of your shoulders, all the way to your hips, on your back to rest on the mat. Let's walk the feet out to the outside of the mat and bring the knees on the inside to touch. So we can soften that lower back. So soften the left side of the lower back and softening the right side of the lower back. Softening the right side of the middle back and the right side of the middle back. Softening the left side of the upper back and the right side of the upper back. Softening that whole left side of the back on the mat and that whole right side of the back on the mat. Softening the whole back on the mat from the hips and the lower back all the way to the upper back, the shoulders, and the neck and the head. And I'll bring the feet in a little bit more in and bend both knees into your chest. Give yourself a nice big hug. Maybe shift your weight side to side. And as you can tell, we're winding it down. Let's extend both feet up towards the ceiling. You can rest your hands on your thighs or just relax your arms by your side. Let's bring the attention to the feet. Begin to flex the feet in towards the floor and then point them up towards the ceiling. So flexing and pointing through the feet. You can add circles to that if you'd like. And then just relax the legs, softening through that right leg and the left leg, softening both legs. And we're going to stretch the hamstring as we wind it down so you can keep that right leg extended, then bend that left knee, place that left foot onto the mat. You can grab onto that right leg and begin to stretch that right hamstring. If you like, you can keep that other leg bent, or you can extend it all the way to the mat. This will be your choice. See what feels good for you today. And begin to soften your body. So softening the back of the shoulders, softening that right shoulder along the back, the side, the front, softening that whole right shoulder, and then softening the left shoulder along the back of the left shoulder, side, the front, all around that left shoulder. Now softening along the right arm, have the upper arm, the bicep, the tricep, softening around the right elbow, along the inside, the sides, the pointy part, and softening through the forearm, along the inside of the arm, the outside, and softening around that right wrist, And that right hand along the right thumb, the next finger, we'll call it the second finger, the third finger, the fourth finger, and the little finger. Softening all that right arm from the fingers through the wrist, the forearm, the elbow, all the way to the right shoulder. You can bend that right knee into your chest. We'll do the other arm when we do the other leg. You can move that knee around and to switch sides. You can place the right foot on the mat. Bring that left knee into the chest. A nice little squeeze. And extend that left foot up towards the ceiling. And begin to stretch that left hamstring. Softening the shoulders. We have the right shoulder and the left shoulder. Softening that whole left arm. We have the upper arm, the bicep, the tricep, all around the elbow, the inside of the elbow, the sides, the pointy part, all the way around the forearm, the inside of the forearm, the outside, all around that left wrist and that left hand, softening the left thumb, the index finger, we'll call that the second finger, the third finger, the fourth finger, the little finger, softening all that left hand and left arm from the fingers all the way through the forearm and the upper arm to that left shoulder, softening that whole left arm. And now softening both arms, the left arm, the right arm, all the way from the fingertips to the top of the shoulders. Bring your attention to your breath and your breathing, keeping that breath nice and easy. And now bend that left knee, squeeze it in, and do any last stretches you like for a guided meditation today. You can stretch out through the hips and begin to find a comfortable position where you can rest for a few more minutes. You can always keep the knees bent if you'd like, or extend the legs all the way to the mat. Take your time and begin to soften the arms, the right arm, and the left arm, softening the right leg and the left leg, softening that right side of the body, the right side of the head, the neck, the right side of the torso, the right arm, the right hip, softening that whole right leg, the right thigh, knee, lower leg, ankle, heel, foot, softening that whole right side from the right foot, the right hip, all the way to the right shoulder and the right side of the head. Now softening that left side of the body, left side of the head, left side of the neck, the left side of the torso, the left shoulder, left arm, left hip, and all of that left leg, from the left thigh, left knee, lower leg, ankle, heel, the whole left foot, softening that whole left side of the body from the foot to the hip, to the shoulder, all the way to the left side of the head, softening that whole left side of the body as you inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. We'll do both sides together, softening all of the head, the right side of the head, the left side of the head, and the whole head, the whole neck, both arms, the whole torso, both hips, both legs, both feet, softening that whole right side of the body and the whole left side of the body, softening the whole body on the mat as you inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale. And as you move through life, through those good times, more challenging times, remember that you are enough. You are enough. You are enough. You can always remind yourself, I am enough. I am enough. I am enough. As you're ready, begin to gently move your body. You can stretch out long. Move your feet. Shift your weight side to side. Begin to notice the space around you. Noticing sounds, colors, feeling the air on your skin. As you're ready, you can bend your knees and turn to one side. Maybe rest like this a little longer. Feeling your body heavy on the mat. And then as you're ready, you can use your hands and come on up to sitting. I'm going to scoot a little closer. Thank you, Lily. I had to go. Thank you, Ehab. Keep up the good work, everybody. Hope you feel more relaxed and ready for your day after today's yoga class. Got to work on your balance, your focus, and concentration. And we also got to soften the body, soften those shoulders. Maybe feel a little bit more ready for what you have going on today. So thank you. Stay well. I'll see you next time. Stay tuned for the schedule. We'll take some breaks here for the holidays. So I'll see you soon. Ehab says he's ready for his day. Oh, I like to hear all about it. So we'll see you soon. Bye.